Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your general reading. I'm Empress Rose. These readings are very general, so take what works for you, leave what doesn't. Check your sun, moon, rising. If this one doesn't resonate with you, well, this is probably your sun, so check your moon, rising, and Venus if this one doesn't work for you. And all these cards have been very thoroughly pre-shuffled. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to start with the Oracle Mystical Moments deck for an idea where we're going. Intuitive idea. We need some intuition here. All right. Okay. We're going to let that one come and this one wanted to come out. All right. So we have, ooh la la. We have power to achieve what you want to achieve. We have abracadabra and the perfect key. So abracadabra is about, well, there's a huge amount of personal growth, and there's your mind is growing. Your mind has changed and grown. We have the spiral represented here very strongly in the mind. And this has to do with the cycles that we go through in our life, the themes of our life, and growing each time. Each time we circle back around to an issue or an idea, we've grown a little bit and we see it through new eyes and with a new perspective. Abracadabra, so that growth has happened. And this is referencing the growth you've already been through and accomplished. You're touching the stars here. You have a magic wand, and abracadabra is the magic words. So mixed with the perfect key, so you have the ability to unlock a heart. You have a message. You have this bird. The birds in this deck are always about messages to me, and keys obviously are here to open things up and open up our hearts. So you have some words here. You have some magic words that are the perfect words that someone needs to hear in order to open up. And they're ready and they're waiting and you're ready and you have the key in your hand. You've already got the key. You know that this key opens this heart up and you have it. You're just waiting a little bit. But there's something about the past here. There's some sort of some message from the past that's gonna help you open up your future. And this could be with someone, a message with someone, because we're seeing the heart just really prominently here. This could just be the path of heart though. But there is something from your past. Some words from the past, something you've learned in the past. And some sort of, the last time you cycled through here, you learned a lot. And the last time you were at this point in this cycle with your situation, you learned a lot. And now you have an opportunity to apply what you learned. And I do believe it has to do with words, and it has to do with looking towards the future, taking this thing from the past that you learned, looking towards the future and speaking something into existence. This is the abracadabra is the magician of this deck. It is the ability to use our words to bring forth something very beautiful and very magical, and to really touch the sky. I see sparks. I see a very sparky situation here. Not only is she touching this star with her magic wand, it's causing sparks to fly. So there's some key from your past, some words, some key from your past, and you've grown from the past, you've developed from it, and now you're looking towards the future. You're not looking, you're intuiting. This has nothing to do with something you're actually seeing. This has something to do with a feeling and with the words. And it's going to manifest something. So you're going to be able to speak something into existence, because the last time you were here at this cycle, you learned a lot and you collected a whole bunch of keys, and they all work in opening up the situation. But you are going to know exactly what to say, and it's going to pop open a whole new world for you, a whole new universe, okay? I think those are two very exciting cards. When they come out together. Moonology is my newest deck. I forget what it's called, but I love the moon, and I have since I was a very young child, with a skylight in my room where the moon always shone on my bed if it was shining at all. So so I feel very connected to the moon. So I have this new deck, but I'm not 100%. I mean, I've done some work. I've opened it up. I've read up on it. So we'll just see how it fits in with this reading and if we keep doing it. So I very thoroughly shuffled them. But I'm going to take the bottom card here. They don't tend to pop out like these other ones do. I mean, we would be here for like 20 minutes. I already tried that. It doesn't pop out. Expect powerful change. So this is where we're going with this. This is new moon eclipse. So this would be a major arcana type of card in this deck. So this is what I'm talking about with this abracadabra. Expect powerful change. You're going to be able to completely change the dynamic of a situation. You've learned a lot, and you're going forward. You're going to be able to completely change this whole dynamic with what you've learned and what you know now. You're a lot wiser, girl or boy. You're a lot wiser. You've learned a lot, and you're going to pop open. Yep, this abracadabra card is talking about sparks flying, massive change. So that's cool. All right. And then we're moving to the momentarily Santa Muerte tarot deck. Momentarily lost my thought there. And these have all been pre-shuffled. All right, Sagittarius, where are we going here this week? This is your past, this is your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Yeah. Growth, growth, growth. We have so much here. This is so cool. Okay, this is the King of Wands. You've had, in the past, you had some inspiration, maybe a very inspiring speaker, maybe someone that was able to point you in the right direction, maybe they taught you something, but that this thing that you learned the last time you cycled through this spot, the last time you were in the same situation. So this is a very inspiring King of Wands, like, this is someone that made you feel really jazzed and enthusiastic about life. I want to say like a motivational speaker, a writer, someone that really pointed you towards your divine, pointed you towards your purpose, pointed you in the right direction. They pointed you towards your higher self. I mean, what I find interesting here is that they both have this sort of like pointing up vibe here. I don't know if you can see this, but they're apparently pointing at each other. So you have this this being pointed in the right direction. There was someone that came into your life that was very inspiring and was able to point you into the right direction of where to go. In your present situation, you have the Three of Pentacles. So this is a lot of elements coming together to work together. You have the dirt you've been planted in, you have this water here, and you have this sunshine. You have everything you need to grow in this situation. You're working with possibly some other people, or just you have everything you need to grow. The seeds have been planted. This guy came in and planted some idea seeds. There's just a lot of there's some sexual energy here with the King of Wands and the abracadabra, that wand and the abracadabra. This is kind of a match set here. You know, they're pointing to each other. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're dealing with a relationship. I don't tend to exclusively deal with relationships, so that's not my focus. But this abracadabra queen and this King of Wands look like they're pointing at each other. As their inspiration. But when they're down here, they're pointing away from each other. Anyway, you have these elements all coming together. The seeds have been planted and they're being watered, and you can expect growth. You're working hard, and you're working with nature, and you're working with with the flow. And I'm seeing this more and more in this deck. You're working with something now. You've been inspired and you're working with the magic of the universe, the powers of the universe. In your inner landscape, you have this Eight of Pentacles. You're really holding on. You're not grasping, but this is the hold. Open hand. You know, as the heart beats, it clenches, it opens, it clenches, it opens, it clenches, it opens. So oftentimes as we head towards our dreams, this is sort of a grasping, okay, let it go, grasp, let it go. And that's a very natural, actually builds your heart stronger and you become stronger from that. That's a very natural flow. This I'm seeing is that there's a rest moment in there, and this is the rest moment, and you have what you have. You're not grasping, you're not gripping, but you're holding very gently. You're not letting go. This is just accepting. There's a lot of acceptance in this card. And what you've accepted is yours to accept, if that makes sense. It is yours. And you're holding on to it gently. So I really love this energy for you. This very gentle, resting. You're at the bottom of the jungle, and the pentacles here. So something's been planted, and you're holding this seed very gently, and you're at the bottom of a jungle. So we know already that the environment is perfect for growth. You've got your little bag of money here, your precious ideas, your precious inspiration, and you're just holding, much like she's holding this heart here. So there's something in your heart that you're just kind of sitting with for now, which is great. That's a good place to be in. Sitting, except for what we have at issue is this Queen of Cups. Well, it's the same lineage. So we have this Queen of Cups, and so the Queen of Cups is this emotional offering, but in this position it's in a reversal. So there is like something locked away. This you're not making an emotional offer. You have it, and maybe you're not. Something that might be at issue here is that you haven't made an emotional offer. You're not giving up your heart. You still have it locked away. So you're still in this the perfect key here. You have the ability, you're sitting on it, the ability to unlock a situation. You may not even realize that you have the right key. No, you know you have the right key. You're not, you're just not opening up about it. And this can have some emotional immaturity, but there's an emotional gift that's meant to be given, and it's being withheld. So we're withholding love. We're withholding some sort of affection. We're withholding our emotions. And this is actually this holding back of emotions, so that your inner landscape is holding. But because this card shows up, I'm seeing this as a grasping, a clinging, to holding it back. You're holding back some maybe these words, maybe this thing that can actually open up this whole thing. You're holding it back, keeping it to yourself, and that's actually keeping the situation from flowing. And we want flow. We have the Star card. So in your environment, there is something that's flowing. You are in the flow in your environment. The Star card is this wish fulfillment. We have abracadabra here. We have this wish fulfillment. So there's something going on in your environment. Your environment is ready for this wish fulfillment. Your environment is ripe. There's flow. There's starlight. You have the cheerleader that she always reminds me of a cheerleader. The cheerleader that's with you, that's like, go, go, go. You can do this. You can do this. So you have a cheerleader. You started out with this other cheerleader, this guy cheerleader who's like inspiring you, getting you riled up, getting you ready to go, exciting. And then you have this the spiritual cheerleader who's like, yes, you are in the flow. Yes. So this is someone in your environment right now who represents, they might be a little bit famous. They might be, they're used to the public eye. They don't have a problem with it. They have their inner demons. They have their emotional issues, but they don't hide them. They're very open. This is a very open person in your environment that is cheering you on, and they are in the flow. They are divinely anointed. They are in the flow, and you have something in your environment that is confirming to you that you are on this right path. And and wants you to be more in this flow. So we have the Star card, and then we have this explosion. When she finally touches the Star card, expect powerful change. And this is telling you that you can move to something in your environment is affirming that you are on the right path, that you are here right where you need to be. And you do have a cheerleader that's not saying, stop, go the other direction. You're shooting baskets at the wrong basket. You're shooting your ball at the wrong basket. I don't know if you've seen that before, but it's pretty funny. No, she's saying, yeah, go. You're headed in the right direction. You're on your side of the court, and you need to shoot this little spiritual basketball needs to go into the basket here. So in your to-do list, I love your to-do list. Look, we start with the 3 of Pentacles here at the present moment. Your to-do list is to grow. This is rapid. This is the 7 of Wands. This is rapid, massive change. Like these mushrooms just came up. These trees, these solid trees came up overnight. So this is grow, grow, grow. This is very inspired growth, a little unsettling. You need to, you know, do this magic thing here. Look at, we had massive growth here, this massive tall growth. We have growth in the mind, and this is the same thing. This is grow, keep growing in your mind, keep going. I just keep seeing, like, keep going in the direction. You've had this initial inspiration, and you need to keep going in the direction, and that is going to bring you to this powerful change. You need to expect that there will be some results for all of this growth that you're going through. Do not withhold your emotion. Do not cling to anything. Let it flow. Let yourself flow forward. You're not to hold back. You're not to hold back your emotions. You're not to hold back. You are wanting to hold, but this is saying you actually need to grow. This holding was fine. It's a seed. It's a plant. It's planted. You needed to plant something, and the earth held it, and you held it. And now if the earth holds a seed for too long, that seed just dies. So this is saying it's time for the seed to sprout and to grow. And this is saying it too. You expect powerful change. Because where your possible outcome is judgment. And we have such a connotation with this card. I struggled with it for a long time. But here we have something coming back from the past. See, look. And my whole timeline in my head while doing this was like, what? The past and the present could eventually combine. And then what if we switch timelines and then you lived the rest of your life? Like, anyway, so I've had this whole time thing. And this is saying, yeah, like something from the past is coming back for you to reimagine it, re-understand it, look at it, and find the perfect key to open it up. So it's coming back from the past. There might be some mixed feelings, but it's come back for you to look at. It's come back with the same demons it left with the internal demons. So you're going to deal with that. But look, you got the spiral here. You grow every single time you have to re-deal with this. So you are going back on a cycle. You're at a similar spot as you were before, but you've grown so much since the last time you were here, and you need to grow so that the next time you hit this cycle, this part of the next part of the cycle, or the next part of the issue that you chronically deal with, you're gonna have grown so much more. So you're ready for this resurrection. That's what it's coming, is this thing is coming back. It's divinely timed. I'm seeing divine timing with this star card too. It's divinely timed. And this whole flow wants you to be ready for this cycle and when it comes back, because it's going to be a really cool new beginning. There's going to be a really big change the next time you hit this issue again, the issue that you chronically have to deal with. There's going to be a huge change. Massive, powerful change in how you're dealing with this whole situation. You're going to be able to break it open. So we have this return of something from the past, the cycle repeating, the cycle going through, but this time it's different. This time you're going to know what to say. You're going to know what to do. You're going to unlock this whole situation. We've got, I love this. She's got this locked away, and we've got this Queen of Hearts in reversal. So, but you've got the key now. And it's come from a lot of personal growth. And so when this whole thing comes back, you can unlock it, and you're going to break a cycle, and it's going to be a whole new change, a whole new thing. And you're going to have to look at this past, at what happened back here, but you learned from it, and it's come back, and it's going to be pretty exciting, I think. a very powerful resurrection of some sort of vital, inspired thing that maybe you left buried a long time ago and haven't, but now you've got your team. You have a team here for sure. I mean, we've got the King of Wands and the Star card. You've got people helping you. You've got all the elements, and it might be spiritual help if you don't have it personally in your life, but you've got a team here. You're growing and you're gonna bust on through to the other side. So that's a really wonderful reading. I'm so excited for you and all this growth and this team. Just don't hold back and know you've got that magic. You've grown so much. It's all going to be different this time around. It's going to change powerfully. Go Sagittarius. That was really exciting. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I really appreciate your subscribes and comments. I find them very affirming for myself, and they help my little baby channel grow, and I really hope this was useful for you, and I hope you have a wonderful week, Sagittarius.